Good evening, everyone. It is time to make more maps, make more stuff. I seem to be up a little bit late tonight, but oh well. We got the town hall tonight, town hall 2.0. That's happening in about 3 hours' time. So we're going to do a short little stream and keep messing with that bathroom. I think the mouse map needs to be completed. Might think about some of the routing, and I need to fill up some shelves and bits and bobs. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Basically chill out, do a bit of that. Looking forward to, I was looking at the calendar actually. What is it, the 25th today? So we've got 4 days until Grounded 2 comes out, which would be great fun as well. So a lot going on at the moment, which is going to be good. But it's going to be interesting tonight. See what the old Fun Pimp's got to say about the game. There it is. Town Hall, July 25th. So that's what's going to be July the 26th for me, isn't it? Yeah, July 26th at 3 a.m. UK time, or July 25th, 9 p.m. Central time. And the free drop is there, if you haven't got that so far, for the old purple hat. So I'm going to nip into the editor right now, and I'm being a bit quieter because the kids have gone to bed, but I ended up sleeping. King Cola's posted on Discord, and I can see him sneaky treaky in the background there on Twitch. Are you all right, mate? What's up, 77? You're bored, are you? Oh, well. Come and be bored with me. Come and be bored with me. Right, let's go in and get this map up. There he is. You are on there. I knew you were. I can see you on Discord. Oops. Right, here we are. Here's the bathroom. This is where we were at. Let's do the usual thing. Get rid of the old fog. And then have a look. I think we did really well last night. I'm well impressed by this. Well impressed by this. It looks pretty cool. What we're going to do is do a bit of tidying up of the bathroom. And we've got to fill up some shelves and whatnot. What is going on here? We seem to have an extra block. Oh no. Is that an extra block? My eyes deceive me. Oh no, that's the part of the drawer. Okay, that's all right. They're all the same colour. I don't know, they have definitely messed with the textures. Because before you could easily differentiate that was a block. But now when you look at it, everything just blends in. I don't know. I don't know what they've done, but they've definitely done something. Really love the towel we did yesterday. I like the look of that. So let's have a look around what we got. I think we're pretty much done in here. We just got to obviously rearrange some books because these are the same as in every single one. And we've got to decide what we're going to do. Can we jump up here? I'm kind of tempted as well to try and maybe a rope up there or something. I'm kind of tempted to try and I want to make a mod so I can decide how high people can jump and stuff. I've got to do that soon because when I'm testing the map, it'd be better to be running that mod, stuff like that. But besides that, I suppose, yeah, well, let's just get fixing, basically. We can make you a book. We can make you a book, King Cola. What should we do? It'll have to be something to do with, I don't know, something to do with good old Fallout. Oopsie daisy. Let's grab all these letters down here. We can get rid of these and delete them. And then we can kind of, I don't know, we can mess around with these books and just put them in different places. 77 ways to survive the wastes, the wasteland we could have, because then it's 77. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I'm going to sneeze. Yo. Okay, let's just move some books about. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't know what I'm doing there. Let's increase this. I don't know, I've got this habit at the moment where I keep pressing paste instead of, well, I meant to hit paste, but Control C, that's it, proper paste. Let's move this along. Paste that in here. Move this along. I should delete that beforehand. Delete that. Oh, look at that. That's mucky. Can't be having that. Oh, of course, we changed it. What is that? There's a little bit to that book, is there? Oh, dear. We will endeavour to fix that. Let's do this. So this one. That. No. That needs to go all the way up there. So that must have been on that book. Let's just see where that goes. Does that go on there? Yeah, it's some kind of boundary. I don't quite know why that's there, to be honest. Oh, no, it was on the side of this one. It was covering up that hole. Okay, we'll do that. What I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking of taking this... yeah, I'm thinking of taking this big book here. This big book here. If it wants to be my friend, let's do that again. It's not. Come on, keyboard. Come on, editing skills. All right, let's move this big book and move this one over here, just to be different, just to change it from the other rooms. We'll get rid of this little bonk here. I think we've got to get rid of the whole bonk. Let's do that. Boink, boink, boink. Like that. There we go. Let's give it some better colours. What would be our best colours for the wasteland for you? We need a blue like Vorpoi, don't we? Let's get a nice blue. Vorpoi blue. How about this concrete blue? And then I'm going to get rid of maybe get rid of those. Strange boxes and moving objects with your mind. I know. I'm just doing. It's all in my brain. It's all in my brain, mate. Right. Is there a block I can put on there to make stripes? Is there a tiny triangle? I don't think there is. Triangle. Is this tiny triangle? There isn't anything else. What about a diagonal? Diagonal. In fact, it would whatever it is, it would have to be a sheet. There isn't really a sheet, is there? Okay, I think I might fill that all in. Oh, that was easy. So we've got a big book. But is there a sheet that we could put up there like this? Yeah, something like that, just to make it look a bit different as a book. That looks kind of cool. That looks kind of cool. We're gonna turn it nice and blue. We're gonna take. The only problem is we've got the bookshelf on the north-south, and if you do that, then the lines of the pages. I did say to myself I had to always put my bookshelves east-west. Yeah, blue and yellow. But I'm just thinking what I'm gonna do here, because even if I put something, because it doesn't matter what type. Like if I get a block on here, and then I rotate the block, so it's technically been rotated. If I take this texture that I use for the pages, the lines are this way, and you'd think the lines are the other way because I've rotated it, but the lines are all still this way. So any books in this configuration are not going to be good. Only way I could do it is could I reorientate the entire POI? Should we risk it before we do any work? Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if I can move this. This might kill my PC. But yes, it is very annoying, but it's something that we've got to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and do I just press X? I think I just press X. I'm just going to press X. I'm scared. You're scared. I'm scared, mate. I pressed X. Nothing's moving when I move my mouse. This could take a couple of minutes, but yeah. I hope, hopefully, because then at least the books will line up, and then every time we get this, okay, something happened there. It jolted me into a different direction. Let's go and have a look at the books. Obviously, this shadowing's gone all crazy on us, but now look at that. Our lines are lined up. Crazy. So I'm going to hit save before anything happens because, golly gosh, I've just rotated this entire POI, which is insane. I'm going to have to reload this. How are you doing, Crazy? We've got a late night. I don't think there's only going to be us lot here tonight. Because it's late. It's late. It's like a special little late night stream just for the best of the best. There we go. So we've taken the whole POI and we have rotated it 90 degrees. The whole day and thing. Why am I in gens now? Because I just loaded up the wrong one. That's okay. Whew, I panicked then and thought, don't do that. So we've got the bathroom, but now, because we've rotated it, all the lines in the books are correct, which just makes me feel slightly better. That's annoying. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn that into this. But yeah, what are you up to, Crazy? Oh, look at that. That's annoying, isn't it? I must have put some plates in there or something. Let's do that. Let's get some kind of sheet on there and orientate that. Advanced rotation, please. I wish advanced rotation was on by default. I should mod that as well. Let's take some of that. And then let's paste this on here. And now we've got the nice books with the lines on it and the stupid shadows that appear when we do this. There we go. So that looks kind of nice. So now we need to get some yellow in there. And then we need to write something for level 50. We can make Crazy a book as well. What do you want your book to say? We need to get some more book action. What about this yellow? What if we were to do like some yellow lines here? We could maybe extend them around the side. That definitely looks quite Vault Boyish. I kind of like that combination. It does look really nice, doesn't it? The problem is if we put any plates on the side here, we need to put some letters on here. So maybe a strip down here. It depends on how the letters come. So we're going to go for, it does look like Vault-Tec. So we're going to say 77 ways. Oh, I don't know. Let's get, could we get AI to write us, give us some ideas? I'm going to get AI out on the old phone. And then we're going to go, I would like some short catchphrases for someone with the name quotation mark 77. So basically, this might not work at all, but we can have some fun. Who loves surviving in the Vault-Tec universe. Let's see what it says. Well, the limit is the size of the book. That's the thing. 77, the ultimate survivor in the wasteland, built to last in a post-apocalyptic world. 77, the survivor's lucky number. I like that. 77, always ready for the next challenge. 77, taking on the wasteland, one vault at a time. Oh, that's good. Nem, you're right, mate. Oh, you're already on my notes, don't worry. Vault-Tec's finest products. 77, when the going gets tough, the 77 gets going. 77, the ultimate vault dweller, always ready for anything. And 77, the survivor you can count on in the post-apocalyptic world. We need a book. So let's change that. Can you give me short and short ideas for book titles with the same theme. Okay. Vault Tech Chronicles: The Story of 77. I'm doing good. Not to scream. Are you playing it again? Are you playing it again? Vault Tech Secrets: The Truth Behind 77. Problem is these aren't. It's fitting them on. So, for example, we've got to get a number 7, like so. We've got to orientate it. I reckon it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I could do 77. Get an S in there. Oops, 77's not quite there, but 77's Guide to Wasteland. Let's just see what it looks like. GUIDE Guide. 77's Guide to autocorrect. What was that? Frankly, hearing toys squeak is pure joy for you. The toy squeak? What toy is that? 77's Guide to... I kind of like that. I'm just trying to work out what's... Look at that yellow going. 77's Guide to what? Oh, Life Out of the Vault. Life Out of. That might work. That might work. 77's. Let's just try that. Letter. Life. Yeah. And then Life Out. Oops. Out of. The problem is it'd be nice to not have it. Or I could just say, what did you say? You said just light. Sorry, left brain. Out the vault. Out the vault. Out. Or should we put that? So it goes like this. Life Out the Vault. What do you think? '77's Life Out the Vault. Yeah, we've got to try and get everything 5 lines. Do I put 77's you know what I could do? Is I could do they have an apostrophe? They do. '77's Life Out the Vault. What do you think? Guide to Life Out the Vault. Yeah, we just can't fit it in. What do you think of that then? Life Out the Vault. That looks all right. That looks all right. And then what we could do is possibly take these lines here. I wonder if we could put these, boom, boom. So we strip down that side, and then we paint surface. No, we don't paint that surface. We paint that surface. And then it just lets the yellow strip down that side. And then the book looks like that. I think that looks pretty damn cool. Yeah? We don't. No, you didn't want to use it. I would put, we could put, the problem is Life Out the Vault. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want it then. You can swear, yeah, you can swear whatever you want. You're on Twitch, it's fine. You can type it there. If you're on YouTube, please don't. There we go, that looks cool. The only other thing we could do is, what if we were to look any good if we did something like that? Might not, but and then at the bottom, we're not going to be able to do that. No, it's not going to work, is it? But I could continue that strip so there isn't a bottom strip. And then it's going to probably look. It's probably not going to look good. We'll see. We might be able to manage symmetry in the moment. That looks kind of cool. So I might do something interesting here. Oh, no, don't do that. Get your orientation right. Right. So we've got that there. And then kind of looks okay. I don't know if it's worth it. Strip at the top and the very top and the very bottom. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that. Oops. And then we could do something like that. Maybe we can edit all this stuff. I'm just going to try and make it look pretty. I'm going to make it look pretty. Right? Yes. So it's like the edge of the book, isn't it? So let's start by doing that. Right. Paint that up. Undo. Like that. Okay, coolio. Where's it gone? There to there. Okay. So now we've got, but see, already that looks pretty cool. But is there anything, I need to do something with this, don't I? So maybe we could get, is there anything else we could use? As in a, whatchamacallit? It's amazing. Said, stupid phone, it's decided to be stupid. We want a sheet again. If we got like a half sheet. Something like that. 77's life out of the vault. Bada boom, bada bing. What about putting Vault-Tec sideways? Vault-Tec sideways. Oh. We've only got 1, 2, 3. We've got 2, I suppose. The thing is I don't really want to write anything on the side here for the reason that the whole point is you come here and then, you know what I mean? It's just something you read when you're there. I think this is good. I think this is good. 77's life out of the Vault-Tec. Right, there we go. Let's try and get some more books on here. We need to either not use that book or we need to remember to put extra strips on there. I reckon we could just do something as simple as move this book across here. All right. Just to change it up a bit. Delete that one, just so it's different. All right, that's good. We need to paint these books up. That was blue, that book. So now it can be green. It can be different. What if we paint these? Does this paint up? It does paint up. Okay, I'll get something interesting here. Like, yeah, something boring like that. Maybe something... No, that's okay. It's all right. It's got a bit of sparkle to it. Oh, yeah, it's still got those bits on it. Maybe they need to sparkle on these sides as well. So they're not paint on there. Nothing's painting. So I'm still on the same colour. Oh, I see what you mean. So if I rub that out, it does that. If I rub that out, it takes the whole lot out. Okay. So I'll do something. How do I paint that? There. No. The impossible paint. How? It's impossible. You can't paint that face. I can if I individually go inside the object and I do it like this. Has that done all of them? It has. Okay. But it's messed that up. So that goes on there. Lovely jubbly. Check the ends. All right. And then we got this weird little book. I don't know. Again, whatever funky color we want to have. Pink rando color. What weird colors do we do? Wood ceiling. That looks like that looks awful. That's the whole point. It's meant to, but I think that's too disgusting. That looks like a, you know, like a basic book with paper in it. It looks silly. Got to make it more complicated. And then let's get like an Adobe White here. It's just like some kind of standardized, it's just a bunch of paper in a book. I need to get this this bit of wood here. Copy shape and rotation. We need to put 2 of those there. There we go, that looks suitably done, but different. Then how are we going to do it around here? I kind of almost want to open this up and catch a feel of what this is going to look like. Okay, can you put a ladder like here? So it's like a... Well, we could actually put a ladder all the way down here. That's what we're going to do. And then we're going to paint that the same as this. Like so. So people are in this draw system and then they're like, whoop. And if they fall down, okay, that's cool. This is at a different level. Where have I gone? This is at a different level. So we're going to have to decide what we're going to do here. Why is this at a different level? That's a bit odd. These are the same level at the top. Oh. Let's have a look here. Have I done this right? That is 8. And that is 9. So they are slightly different. Because in essence, I think in the real ones, this should be another thickness. This should be twice as thick. But that wouldn't change the height of it here. So we're going to have to match. Just a bit complicated, isn't it? What? Anything to stop people. You know, it just delays people as they're walking about. Wow, they might fall down there. I like it. Okay. So that's there as well. So 77's got one. Who else? We've got Nem's got his bath time. What we can do for Crazy? I don't know. She's still busy, and it could be something like Crazy's something to do with Crazy screams at zombies. Or we could have M-Clits. No, let's not do that. My Crazy Life in the South. Broken Rampy Bits. Yeah, Broken Rampy Bits. We could put something in here, couldn't we? Is there some kind of broken-y, what as they call it, destroyed? Let me get something destroyed. Like something big and small, something like this. Let's try and get that in there. But then how do you, then you've got to kind of break this bit as well. Although, no, I don't have to, do I? Because is that a sheet on the outside? No, it's not. But we could always sheet this whole side anyway. Let's copy shape and rotation. And we could, well, we don't want to, we could just put one there. Or I could do something that looks like it's broken along there. That might do, that might do, that might do. What's that down there? That's a bullet. Actually, and it gives us a little hole here. Do you know what I mean? We could have, if it's broken, we could change the wood to some kind of, could be OSB here. But it just doesn't look very good. We're just going to make it look the same. Okay. Oops. And it actually gives you a shooting opportunity, would you believe? Actually, you might catch a glimpse of a player down there. Something like that. Is I am smart. Yeah, you're very smart. Done it. That's good. That's good. I think that'll look cool. Yeah, you kind of get caught up on there. So might delay you getting through there, and at some point it might cause an issue for someone. Do I need to take that, paint the underside of them? I haven't done that on the other end either. I haven't done any of that. There we go. There we go. Okay. If it does, then hard cheese. Put some cheese in here. We haven't put a little cheese lump anywhere. We need another rat trap in here, couldn't we? We haven't put a rat trap in it. That'd be kind of cool. Right, we need to get some of these bottles in here. I reckon I like this bottle. I think this bottle's got some kind of merit. Let's see if it fits in. Does it fit in? Boom. Boom. It does. We'll put a bottle here. We'll paint that up in a bit. Something or other. We can, what about the giant jars? Do they fit in? I doubt it, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out, or we don't think so at all. No, doesn't with the lid. But what's stopping us taking said giant jar and making it slightly smaller? I'm just going to take that one, and oops, daisy. And take that down one and make a smaller jar. It does have some girth, but it's the only way to make a jar like that. You need some kind of jar. Okay, it's too small, too big for up there. I do that, but it does fit in, it's got a gap, that's okay. So we'll run that across here. And that, oh. So that is now a block. No, hang on, I have put something there. Oh, it's because I brought a gap with me, didn't I? I just need to wait. That's okay. Yeah, there we go. Let's hit save. Let's open that up without shadows. Okay, so that looks all right. I'm going to paint these up. We've got some bits and bobs in here, so you're going to be looking around, looking at the old stuff over there. Can we get underneath? Oh, we've still got the whole underneath bit as well. Nice. Excellente. All right. So that's that one. Do you reckon Jen would have absolutely loads of needles lying about the place? I feel like Jen would be the lady who would just have needles in her drawers. Is that the right phrase? I don't know, but she'd have needles in her drawers. Let's rotate this needle. I think the needle point should be pointed. So when you put your hand in the drawer, you hurt yourself. All right. So we're going to get some needle in there. Although that ruins, let's have a look at this. That unfortunately ruined that because the way in the drawer it's rotated around the block, which is kind of annoying. We're not going to be able to fix that. because basically everything's going to float. So could the needles be in like... She does need one. I wonder, let me hit save, if that's going to be true. Hang on, that's a full... No, that isn't full block. Yeah. Could we make a box that the needles sit in? What I'm thinking is that we have like full blocks here. From here to like to here. Something like that. And then we put a needle on there, and then we put edges on the block. Copy, shape, and rotation. So something like this, where it becomes like a box. Although it's going to look really thick at the bottom. I don't know, I'm going to make it and see what happens. Like so. Is that that's the right size? Okay. And in you go. And then there's kind of within here, there's some kind of box. And they just sit in there. Yeah. Well, Jen does have a thick bottom, so maybe that's fine. If anyone asks, we'll just say she's got a thick bottom. So we'll just have a nice silvery box. It's like the same colour as the thing, I don't know. We can just paint it up. So we've got like a box in there. It don't look too bad because... Oops. Let me jump in there. Yeah. And then maybe we could put a broken bit so you could get in there. Or maybe you just stand up and have a look. Let's go and get the old needles. Yeah, we might have to use a different colour. But what we're going to do is we're going to place a couple of needles in here. Like so. Kind of tempted to... Well, that might be all right. Once again, I can make the box a little bit wider and then have them offset, but that's fine. Right, we need a different colour for the box. The box could be like a brown box, not like that. What about a brown box? I don't know. Oh, who's we got there? Karahi Gamer. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for doing POI editor videos. Yeah, we've got some plans to do some more actually when I get a bit of time on my own at home. Because a few things have been updated, so definitely needs a bit of a change. Oh, this carpet. I don't use the carpet. That looks awful. Anything that looks particularly awful is probably a good idea. It's like a cardboard box, isn't it? Yeah, no, appreciate it, mate. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. Over on YouTube, in fact. Look at that. We got a box full of needles. Jen with her medicine. Do you know what I mean? Or I could get rid of one of these and I could put in some little vials. Do you know what I mean? some little vials. So we've got Jen. She's got a drugs basically to help people. Medicine. You know what I mean? It's medicine. She's the medic. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Just then it's like got something a bit offset, you know. Maybe this could be a special one. This could be like blood red. Something like that. Anyway, it's all good. Always with Jen. Well, you know why? It's Jen's house. Or it's a house with Jen in it. We were thinking of putting all the different traders in here. Like, because my plan was actually to put Rect in the bathroom. Because Rect he's full of bathroom, isn't he? Remember, I'm also streaming on YouTube, so I'm not saying naughty words. But it's easy to have her as the trader because she's got all the medical gear, and that made nice, complicated things. We could put Rect in here. I just can't get... It's a shame I can't have him sitting down, because then I could put him on top of this toilet, which would be nice. But yeah, we could have him in here looking at himself in the mirror, and then we've got Jen in the trader, and then we could have somebody in each room, basically, the different traders. This is the idea. This is the idea. Did you see the toilet roll yesterday? Crazy. Did you see it? Did you see it? Put a special little thing on there for you. Did you? Did you? Did you? I don't know if she's watching. No, show me. Here we go. Look. So we're obviously doing the everything to try and be like 7 Days to Die. But then we add things. So we added the toilet roll, and it's got a special little thing in there for you. So when you're walking about like a little mouse, and you're like enjoying yourself, going, "Oh, quick, I'll run around here." Oh, look, they made a toilet roll. That's amazing. There's a special little Easter egg for you just on the back side. Just a little bit of the special there where somebody failed to use the, clean their hands properly. So we're using the lid. That's there. That's a special little deal. We need some more bottles up here. What about this weird little bottle here? We made this weird little bottle. This weird little bottle. I thought this might be more like a shampoo bottle. But we'll stick one in here anyway. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's stick one up here. Stick one up here. Let's rotate that slightly. Put that in here. All right, so we've got a little bottle there. What else can we put in there? Let's put one of these. Is that going to fit? How big is this side? This side's smaller, isn't it? That's only 5, that one. Maybe you could put one of these in here. Boom. Boom. To the boom. Yeah, everything fit one of those in there. We don't need the Medical Plus thing in there, but why not? Yeah, so there's like a jar. Maybe this one we're going to put like further back here. And then we put something else in front. We change the colours of this. Let's take the golden lid and then just fill that in. And then let's make this some kind of like weird cream thing. What's this? It's like a metal. Does that work? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. It looks like something's happening there. I don't know. No, maybe not. What about some kind of white, metal white? You could put a label on it as well. Well, see the detail. Oh gosh, blimey. The only reason I'm bothered with the detail is if you kind of go by feel, I don't know, I find that if I just look at something and I go, nah, then it's not good enough. And we are limited so much on these different things. But like if I look at something and I kind of go, it's kind of okay, that's about as far as you're going to get. Then the whole point is when you're looking around, because even though this is obviously fake, it's a computer game. We've made it all out of blocks and it's large. It's just that it's that vibe, isn't it? It's like if it's half correct. Whoosh, oh my god, you can jump that. If it's half correct, then it's good enough. You know what I mean? And then eventually your eyes are going to be just looking for the enemies and everything is just going to flow and feel normal. And if you don't reach, you can still jump onto the rope. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So there's a way of getting across here. Oh, I like that. And all the ropes have been left in there. Oh, that's awesome. And you're not going to get back up there, but still, that's nice being able to jump across here quickly. But that's the whole point. You're just trying to get it as close enough, just so it's playable. Still, look at that. It's just, I'm going to have to correct this door as well. Absolutely. Why have they done this? The textures, they've just made everything so bland. What else we got? We got one of these shiny little medical bowls. I like this. I like this. Let's get one of those. And we're going to put this here. Maybe here. Just so the covers look a little bit fuller than they should. We can, we don't have to necessarily fill up all of this, but we can do. We could put like one bottle here or something. And these, doesn't really matter, does it? You can't get into these drawers. You can only get into this drawer. Because these ones you can't jump into. Just so people can't get stuck. Because that's the other thing we've got to do, is not get people stuck. We'll need some ropes here so people can get out of this. But still, that's all good. Start there. Okay. So you go around yourself up here, jump yourself across here, then you want to be able to get yourself up here and onto this bit. So where's our little ropes gone? There's our little ropes. Let's hold this in here. Oh, I see. So the problem is again the draw. You get that in then. But we can get it here. We can get it there as well. So we could like line these drawers. I'm lining my drawers like so. When we get down here, then we can jump out the drawers. Boom, boom, boom. We could sit on here if we wanted to crouch down. Another little sneaky space to play. We could even jump on the door handle. So we're going to have to like put something on the side here. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'm liking it. Hit quick, hit save. Yeah, they're hard to do in the normal POI scope for sure. But you know what I mean? It's like the way I design levels is you kind of, even like normal ones, you just got to look at it and it's got to feel right. You can see like when I remember when I was first making like standard POIs, even when I make them now, you go through so many iterations and then you look at the modern POIs that they've created for the game and they flow so well. They flow so well and they look good. And then some of the ones we were looking at last night on stream, we were looking at some of the bathrooms. Some of them were awful, some of the early ones. They're just too cluttered or they're trying to fit stuff in where they've only got a little bit of room. But it's just getting that vibe. So it's like when we laid it out, we thought, yeah, this is all right. This is kind of what a normal bathroom looks like. But the moment we put these cupboards in here and this open door blocks this view, suddenly when you are a mouse and you're walking about, you know, it means that not everyone can see you. And we're going to have a big area here. I think we're going to have a trader standing here. I think that's what we're going to do. That will block that line of sight. I didn't do the coving, did I? This is something I really want to do just to kind of finish this bit off. So I really want to get this up. I think this is important. It kind of finishes the feel of it. So put that there. The crown moulding before Inemi tells me off for not using the right name. Get over there. Oh, the POIs are so good now. They really are well designed. You know what I mean? Like over the years, they've changed so much. But like some of the latest ones, really good. What is going on? What's going? How did I copy that and get that? How? Okay, let's try this again. Oh, it's because I didn't. I know what I did. Okay, let's try that again. Oh no, the POIs is fantastic. Just zip this across. I can't see the stand thing. Red. The POIs are great. It's just I'm just not good enough to. Well, I can make some, but I want to get better at it. What's going on here as well? What am I pulling across here? I'm pulling across the wall. Jeez, I am losing it tonight. Here we go. Right. Let's try and actually grab the correct amount. I want that corner to that corner, and I don't want any messing about. I don't want that down one. Okay. But yeah, you've got so much more opportunity, you know, like with things blowing up, and it's crazy. They just used to be boxes, I know. Let's go in the wall, out the wall, in the wall, out the wall. That should be it. Nice. Now the POIs are great, but again, it's about that vibe. If you don't get the right vibe to it, the whole thing becomes rubbish. So even with these mouse maps, not that they're perfect in any way, the idea, and we've got to compromise, but like, it's like, if it doesn't feel right, then it's not worth it. Do you know what I mean? It's like putting that tree there. I know it's silly, it's a tree, but it kind of like just broke up the eyesight line and it just kind of looked good. Right, let's get all this here now. So what we want to do is we want to grab some of that. We're going to start putting this across. Start extending this. Keep hitting the wrong button all day. Chuck that across here. Copy that again. Chuck that across here. And we've got some lovely coving looking pretty lovely. I think I'm just going to copy it rather than try and mess with copy and paste. Let's do this. What? Point, point. Point, point. Point, point. Point, point. Point. I've got one less. Point, point. How are we doing? That's it. Tasty. Tasty. See, now that just gives a little bit more to the whole POI around the edge. I like it. I like it. And everything used to be wobbly like. What do you mean wobbly? Wobbly? Bank. Boink. 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 Right, nice. Now it might be worth me for this long side, because I'm lazy and psychotic. It might be worth trying to. Did I actually just accidentally put that in exactly the right position? Almost. Nice, 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 nice. So let's go down on the ground and have a look. Yeah, that's good. Right, we're going to save that, reload, get rid of the nasty shadows. And then have a look at that. Look at that bad boy. We haven't got a light. We've been missing lights in the POIs. What light would be in the bathroom? I need to find out what kind of lights would be in a bathroom. So let's go to a house. I think it's those round lights. Let's go to a random house. And then let's go to a random bathroom. And then, yeah, these kind of round lights. This is what we're going to have. With kind of weird little nipple thing. Did 50 make one of these? Did 50 make a round light? He made the fan, but we've got the round bit we can nip from that. No, we don't have a round light. We're gonna have to make one. Well, you would think you would, wouldn't you? You've made these kind, whatever this is. This is that light there. They need some edges on there. It's not quite finished. Yeah, what's that? What's this? Oh, is he making some kind of viewport thing? So players can stand from behind. That'd be kind of cool. Can you paint these? No. What if you put, humour me, if you put something in front of it? Does that glitch through? Oh, it opens this way. Block all of you. Don't know, we'll have to have a look. But we need to make a light. Okay, so bathroom. Bathroom. We need some kind of crazy amount of light. So, light. Ceiling light. Brass dome. I didn't think it was a different one, was it? It was this kind of brass dome. Silver dome. Brass dome. So we are going to be making one of those. Now that is, let's scale it. That is, how big is that? Slightly off. That is just under. So that's worth 5 blocks, 6, 7. 7 each side. So this is going to be 30 minus 14. So it's going to be 16 across. 16 by 16. 16. Can't read it. 16 by 13. Blimey, that looks like a square to me. 20, 19, 16, 16. Oh my God, my brain isn't working. There we go. It's going to be, that's how big it is. It's that big? Okay, let's fill that with blocks, just so we know. Let's this is going to be fun working this way around. So if that's worth, hang on, no, I've done my maths wrong. That's worth 20. That's worth 5, 7, 14. Yeah, it's 16 by 16. Oh, the super early ones, yeah. So, in essence, we're trying to find a circle that is roughly 16 by 16, which we're not going to get. What we're going to get, there is the hidden one, isn't there? The one they tell you not to do. They won't give us the blocks, you have to unlock them. But they already make it. Park driveway. I thought it was 13 meters. Yeah, park sidewalk round. We're going to save that. So here is the 13-meter circle. The only problem is this is like that. Could I put that around the edge as a thin edge and then make stuff on the middle of it? 30. Let's try this. Let's try this. We're going to copy that. My problem is it's the wrong way round and I can't flip it. But we're going to paste that anyway. Do you know what? It might work because if we, no one's going to, it might work because what we're going to do is have it extended out. That actually, this might work. This might work. But why is that? If that's 13 meters, why does that look like it's not going to fit in here? Which one's down? That one. That's Shouch. That's not 13 meters round, is it? Okay, forget that idea. That's 13 meters radius, not diameter. Okay, so we're looking for a circle that's the biggest circle we can get. We've got 5 meter rounds, but we're looking for bigger than that, aren't we? So when they say 5 meter rounds, that's actually 7 meters across. Okay, we need something 16. We're not going to get that, are we? So we're going to have to possibly go to Heratoga's super duper ones. Or what about, is there anything else? What about in Jen's? I look at the clock. The clock I made. I took Jim's wheel from here, which is kind of bulgy outside bits, but I ended up making it a symmetrical thing. What is that? That is 17. 17 by 17. This is maybe why no one's made it, because it might not be possible. I need something. I need some inspiration. I need some inspiration. Okay. Be slightly more circular. Let's see if we can work on something. So what about if I have a 7 meter? 7 meter cube round. Surely I can copy that from somewhere. Let's just make it. Let's do this on the floor because it just might be a lot easier. There is no 9 meter. There's no 11 meter. Let's do 7 meter and see if we can widen it. So we're going to take this one. We're going to take this one. We're going to take this one. Is this the one that's in the 5 meter test file? I think that's what it is. I just wondered if we could somehow expand. It's just not big enough, is it? I don't know. I'm feeling like I'm not going to be able to do this. Do we? Let's try. Let's try something else. Let's look at some more bathrooms, see if there's any other uses that people have. Give me a bath. What bathrooms are like the hardest things to find, I swear. They've got like spotlights, and these are a lot smaller. We could do a series of spotlights. Yes, yes, yes. A series of spotlights. We could just do a series of spotlights. These spotlights are way smaller, and they are so much simpler. So this is, shift that to the side slightly, twice the height of that one. But it's only like 4, so it's a 5 meter round, basically. Yeah. Spotlights, here we come. Cola 77 is off now. Yeah, cheers, man. We're going to get there. Yeah, get some sleep, mate. Get some sleep. Right. We're going to make some spotlights because also they have quite a nice contrast. They're just black with white, which means if we have a few of them up there, they'll look really nice. They'll look really nice. So we could always... What do you think? What did I say they're going to be? They're going to be about 5. Let's go and have a look at the 5 meter test again. Although I feel like everything in the 5 meter test is a 7 meter round. I don't know. Let's have a look. Although that, oh, the outside 7 meter round. This is a 5 meter. Okay. So we're looking for basically this. We're just looking for this with a rim on top. So we're talking about, do they have this one, but half the depth? That would be good. Why don't they have that, but half the depth? They've got it there. What is this? This is corrugated metal shapes, quarter 5 meter round. So if we type in 5 meter round, 5 meter round, then we get that. They don't have, yeah, they don't have this, but they don't have this one. It's not right, because you know what I mean? I just want an edge to it, don't I? Just going to be harder than I thought. Or do I just take this and I need to fill in the middle? When we can't paint these, that doesn't paint in a circle. Why is it we're so complicated? What about 7 meter round? What about if we had something that was slightly not straight like that, the other way around? You don't have a round flat sheet either. They make it difficult to make mouse maps, don't they? What does this look like? Like a bowl. You see what I mean? I almost need like that light. If I go spotlight, no, recessed. It's just light in there. If I want a light that looks like the dot, where's it gone? This one here. If I want that, I am just looking at a circle with an edge. It's a slightly raised edge. It's just a circle with an edge. The only way to do it, I suppose, is to simply plonk this on the ceiling and then paint the inside white. That might have to be the compromise. Let's try that. I'm going to take this. We're going to take that. We're going to plonk it somewhere on there. Plonk it on there. Paste it in there. It's just, if I was to paint that white, would it fill it in? Is that... I need the brightest, whitest that I can get, which I think is that one. Let's try metal white. No. It's not medicine cabinet. Let's do that anyway. We can have that problem as well. Or we can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. That's not a problem. Oh my blimey, orientation. From down here, still going to be horribly grey unless you get a reflection. What about something crazy like metal? Nope, not white. So the problem is from afar, this just looks grey. Although it's an off light, isn't it? It's off. I'm just going to do our best. I'm just going to do our best. Come on, dib dib. Scout's motto. Do your best. Right. And then we're going to get some black. We're going to paint surface. I'm going to do that. Like so. And then we'll cure those other little bits. What's it look like from down here? If I paint it all. Okay. It looks like the spotlight-ish. What about... Wasn't there ones that were recessed slightly in there? these ones. Is there a whole one with a recess? There's this one here. And if I paint this there, it paints that top bit. That's annoying. I'm just thinking that could be recessed into the ceiling. It's just a shame we don't have a thin plate. This is the thinnest one we've got. Because what I was thinking is we could do like this. Put that on top. But then again, that doesn't show us the rim. No, that's not going to work either. So if we recess that into the... No, because it wouldn't recess correctly. Nope, 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 nope. I think we got the best that we can do. So what we need to do is we need to fix the edges to this, and then what we're going to do. Oh, hello, black, pop. Any more? Pop. Any more? No. So what we're going to do is we've got to fix these edges here. Okay. Pop, 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 pop. So they're the ones we've got to fix. Not a problemo. So we're going to get some nice wood, and we are going to go trim, and then we're going to go and get some funky trim that does the job. So this one probably needs this. I'm going to do it this way around, like so. Block, block, like so. Block, plop. Although, is that good enough? Let's try that and have a look. Yep, that is. So I'm going to paint that white, and it won't come through to the other side. We're going to paint that ceiling, and that's going to do the job there. Okay, that's good. So let's get these ones done first. A bit of ceiling. A bit of ceiling. And guess what? A bit of ceiling. A bit of white. A bit of white. A bit of white. Very nice. Hit and save. Then we need the left and right debris. I know what I mean. There's a kind of diagonally one. Boom, boom, ba-doom, boom, boom, ba-doom, boom, boom. These ones, left and right, Q trim split wedge 60, bang. So if I did not pick it. I did pick it. Okay, like that. That one is going to go there. And that one is going to go there. And then I should be able to rotate that a little bit more. That one is going to go there, there. That's correct. Then I need to go to the right-hand side. And that one is going to go here. And that one's going to go here. That one is going to go here, here. And fingers crossed, we're going to get all of this painted up white. Paint. And then there should be nothing around the edges that we can see. You see a teensiest bit there. But I don't think there's a better block for that. Although, seeing as you're not going up to the lights, I don't think we're going to see that. Or if I just use the wrong one, you can't see it there. I don't think that's kind of a, even if you are up here, you're not going to see that. And it kind of looks like a light-ish. It's a shame we don't have this whiter. And we can't light it up because it won't work. The only thing we could do is we could he changes his mind all the time. Is there not? No, because it wouldn't be fully recessed. What I was thinking is if you could have it like literally recessed, but it does stick out. No, it's fine. Right, so we just got to put some of these up here in the right position. Question is where we're going to put. We're going to put like 3 along there down the middle. So if we're going to do this, this is now 50 by 39. So that's 2 blocks worth. So we're going to put this at 20. At 20. So if that's 20 there, and then this is, we want this in the middle. So we want it 20 by 25, 20 by 25. So that there is the block. 20 by 25. Okay. So if I go from here all the way to here, all the way to here, that is 18 by 25. 19. So that's actually the center block. Good. Does that feel center? Doesn't feel center, it's one of. Let's count them again. Let's count them from this point here. That is 22 on that side. And that is 23 on that side. Damn. Is this symmetrical? Do I have 1, 2, 3, 4? At the moment this is offset. It's just going to mess with the other line of sight. Okay. Okay. Be like that. So in that case, if we've got a line that is 46 in this room, 46. Why do 46, 47, 48, 49, 50? That's right. 46. Half of that is 23. And then half of that is going to be 12, 11 and a half. So we're going to go to the 11th block. And we're going to put the middle of it in there. Is that going to work? Let's have a look. Well, we can mess slightly. I reckon I hit the 10th block. I reckon it's probably best to put it here. That is the 12th block. Oh my golly gosh. Why do I hold this gun? I shouldn't be less out. And then is that the 12th block? That is the 12th block. And then is this the 12th block this way? Make that the 11th, which it is. We're going to try that. We're going to try that. We're going to try that. Right, have I got the whole thing? No, I do not. Bam, bam, bam. We're going to take this. Still feel like that is. Let's just try. Oh, you idiot. I spent all that time fixing the thing and I forgot to. I forgot to take it with me. Something up there. Boom. Put that there. Boom. We'll save. We'll reload so we don't have the stupid shadows. Okay. How does it look? They're not centralized enough. They need to be like literally one. No, you can't do that, Nem, because you'll only see the lights when you get to about this close. So even if I do fill them up, they're not going to show any light. Even if I have the full extension and the settings, we're never going to get any light anywhere. So they're going to have to be off as such. So we're going to take this, chuck it across one. We're going to take this, chuck it across one. I'm hoping that will look a little bit better. Oh, I just don't like the depth of them. It's the best I'm going to do in this. I just don't know what other light would you use in this POI in a bathroom. Unless this light bay, you're not going to have that in you. Unless I got like a white LED panel. Although that is POI. Because if we just put a panel up there, whoops, and we switched all these on. Right, the moment I come here, they're off. You have to get to about here. Although you could do it. Can we? Oh, it's a shame you can't see them from here, because then we could write a message on them. From 50 meters away. Well, what's the distance from here to here? 33. So this is about 40. I thought the limit was 42 or something. But then the whole point is it depends on your settings, and anyone who's going to play the game, I don't know their settings. So they could have settings like mine currently, which means they're not going to see it. But that panel in that array might actually, I kind of like the look of it. It's a really easy fix. It's a really easy fix. And we could have something, I don't know. I don't know how to sort that out. He says. I don't know. I want to go and check out more houses. House. Oh my God. There we go. What have we got? Give me a bathroom. Give me a bathroom. Give me a bathroom. Where's the bathroom in this place? Bathroom. Is there a bathroom in the country house? There has to be. Does the country house have a bathroom? What's this? Bathroom. Doesn't even have a light. Medicine cabinet. Down shower head. Okay. Let's go to the FBI house. That's got to have some bathrooms. Come on, wait. I need the loo. I need the loo. I'm desperate. Take me to the bathroom. Bathroom. Always on the first floor in these games. Bathroom. Spotlight. Look at that. They really put a lot of effort into that mirror. House modular. Having a look at some modular houses. These are all old and knackered. What have we got? Coving. Random ladder. We could do a weird one where we have a random ladder going out and just see this. That'd be kind of cool, actually, don't you think? Like, have a level. Like, people can't get up there. But the whole point is it just has a random ladder going out from a room. I kind of like that idea. Like, you could jump on one rung of it, can't get any higher. Or I could have a rope coming up so you can go up to one ladder, but then you're not going to be able to get out. You could have a giant chicken bird. Pop, go away. Pyramid. Bathroom. Where are you? I'm not going to find no lights. There's no other lights. Ranch. Bits and bits. Bathrooms. Where's the bathroom? They got light coming in here. They got these. The ones that 50 made. Do we not bother with the seat? The only thing is with the seat, we could put a vent in. Vent. That's the crown inside corner with the vent on it. We could make the vent. And then we could put these up above the thing. Let's have a look at that. Bathroom. How about we just put a vent up there? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that. Because I'm not happy with these lights. We're going to kill that. Do you know what? I should do the building with the ceiling open. Kind of looks cool, doesn't it? Fill it. Bungalows. We'll go and have a look. I'm just waiting for this to either crash or do its job. Here we go. Okay. Save. Bungalow. Household bungalow. Zooming down. Or are you just saying the toilet's downstairs? Because it's a bungalow. No lights, no nothing. A bungalow, except there's a first floor. Okay. Isn't that not what a bungalow is? Bathroom, no light. No light, nothing. What about Jen's actual bathroom? She's got a fan in it. She's got a fan in it. We could actually put the fan in there, couldn't we? I just feel that's really weird. That's really weird. I'm kind of thinking a vent would be interesting. I think that'd be kind of interesting to do. Vents in the ceiling are really weird. Generally, there's central fan and light. Yeah. But like to have a fan, you know. But yeah, but this is the point. This game's weird, isn't it? Like, I can't remember what it's called, the one with the vent. Vent. Yeah. Just. That is basically 6 across, one whole line of these in the middle, and then some kind of double lining deal. So, and the length of this is going to be, what's that going to be? 6 by 10. So if I went 6 by 10, like so, went up into the ceiling, it's going to let me. And deleted that. Then I could, well, obviously I should have just left that in there, but no matter. That is, there we go. All right. I'd need to have half blocks in there, but I want to have half blocks so I can paint them anyway. All right, and fill that in like so. And then if I got like a brown color, I went like that. Just for now. And then the vents themselves are going to be some kind of weird grey. Not going to be. Well, we could almost just do that. By having them as half bits, they kind of look weird. Yeah, that looks all right. I might use grey on there. That does not look long enough, does it? Makes me wonder what the hell they've got going on down in Texas. I don't know what they've got going on down. Their vents look longer than that. They look thinner than that. So, looks like a vent. The old vent. It is brown, but let's get rusty metal on it. metal, some kind of rustiness, metal basic, metal reinforced. But there was a rusty, the rust. It's just rust black. In everything. Yeah, I think that'll do. Then we could just put that maybe kind of above the trawler, kind of where it is, just a bit more to the side. And then I suppose we could just put a ceiling fan here. Let's try and move this somewhere. Doink, 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 doink. Okay, so we're going to take said ceiling fan. I'm going to try and put it somewhere here that looks good. So blue and red. The question is where would be good? It would be in the middle of a block. So it would be, if that's, where would it actually be? It would be in the middle of a block. So let's measure this. That is 12 out of 20, 8, 4. So it's going to be 14 across. We've already used 2, so it's going to be 12 across. And the first bit's going to be on the 13th hole. And then on this side, it's going to be 5 across. So 5 across out of 20, 15. We're going to have 5, 5, 7, 7, 2. So we're going to have to shift it. So it's going to be the 8th across. There's already 2 there. So it's going to be the 6th one across from here. The 6th one, that's the 7th, that's the 6th. So that one there. Oh, it's done it again. I always do this. Press my sleep button. So that there, let's get that right. With 2 in there. So basically it's 14 across. So let's do the maths again. So that's 6, 7, 8. So it's that position. And then this was 12. 8, 4 across, 14. 12 with that. Good. So that's the actual first place for it. All right. So in 7 Days to Die, that would be placed there. That's where the vent would be. And that's where the vent is going. What time is it? Keeping an eye on the time. It's fine. Right, so we've now got a vent. So what do you reckon then? Should we just put the fan and the light here? It gives us the opportunity to move this over here and have people run over to it, which is kind of cool. So I think we're just going to do that. Just going to get the old fan in here. Let's try this. Any of them really. Jen. So I'm going to take said fan. Boom. To the boom. The boom, 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 boom. 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 It's all in there. That's all in there. Bathroom. And we're just going to go to this end of the bathroom, paste that in, get this down here, like so. And we just need to center this bad boy. How's that look? We've got a chunk on that side. We've got a chunk on that side. Looks all right. And then I suppose we're just going to line it up with this here. About there. Let's go and check some measurements. We'll go from here to here. That is 12. We can go from here to here. That is 15. Let's check that again. Here to here. That's 12. Okay, so 12, 15, 13, 14. We can't center the damn thing again. This whole room needs to be like one wider. Yeah. Annoying. No, that needs to be more central, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. So we decided that that's 12 and that's 15. So we're going to go boom. So that's 13 and 14. But let's move it this way, 1, because it's more likely to be over this area here. And then let's try and bring this into the room slightly. Like, did we put it there? Something like that. Right, save. Bathroom. Boom. Let's go and have a look. Let's go and have a look. Now I feel like it's too far that way. Boom. To the boom. To the boom. Excuse me. Let's grab that. It's grabbed. Why is that not? Oh, because I know I didn't. Right. Copy. Then delete it. Then paste it. Bring it across here a bit. So, bathroom. Might as well now. So you want to get rid of these things here. Right, on top here. I feel like that's a bit better. Yeah, I think that's good enough. We've got a funky vent. Yeah, looking good. Looking good. Escape. Save. I like that. I like that. Okay. Nice. What's next then? Can we like do something totally random? Like, can we get a bar of soap here or something? Yeah, they can't go down. Okay. Well, we could put the dish sponge in there. I wonder if this is shapes to make like a bar of soap. You know, like the destroyed one. Doesn't quite work. On these bottles at the bottom, like, I don't know if it would look any good. What's gone on with it? So that's not absolutely nothing like a bar of soap. It'd have to be a half. I'm just thinking if there was something a right round shape. There isn't. It's, like these weird bits. Kind of doable. It looks like something in there. What kind of colour could we use? Okay. Yeah, that half looks like a bar, so it's been left on it. That'd be right. I don't think we can make a toothbrush. That'd be kind of cool. Or a tube of toothpaste. Because none of these go on top of each other, do they? No. No, no, no. Stop thinking. Stop thinking! Alright, so we've got enough stuff going on here. I guess we're going to have to do some kind of... That's not going to trim onto that, is it? And that... What's that in this weird colour? It's the colour of cabinet. Cabinet. I've got a secret in there. The cabinet's going to go well on there. Okay, that is correct. Yeah. So what if we all the way up here, from here all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. So here, we might need to go up and down here. Might try something different on the edges here, have a different entrance. I might do the entrances like here and have these blocked. And then we can have a rope going all the way from top to bottom. From here all the way down to the bottom. And boom. Find that rope there. Yeah. So that means you could get yourself up to here, onto this level here if you wanted. Or we could go all the way to the top if we really wanted to get onto this part here. So you could run up there. And this would need a rope coming all the way down. Nice. Giving a lovely trim to our beautiful mirror. Okay, that looks good. Shadows. Right, look at that. You can see all the reflections. I still don't understand why we can't see through that window, yet I can see that reflection. I don't understand why that one, looking out the window, causes... I suppose this is internal, but still, I just don't understand why one causes lag in the game and the other doesn't. It just feels weird, because I'm fed up with this. Look at this. God help me. Just looks awful. It made so much nicer, but that is disgusting. We need some curtains in here. What kind of curtains would we have in a bathroom? Would we have some blinds? I haven't tried making any blinds that are horizontal. The other way of doing it, shame we can't make frosted glass, because you would in a bathroom, wouldn't you? Instead of having security glass, you'd have a frosted effect. What glass do we have? We don't have a frosty glass. Does the business one is just, it's just clear, is that right? It's just kind of like that, and you can't change anything on it. Whatever, it looks frosted because they got okay, blinds. Blinds. What is this? What is this? Why have I got a message on them? It's from the other day. Oh, announcements. Oh, that's good. Yeah, some kind of blinds. And I was thinking, I don't know, I was having a thought yesterday, and I thought, could we try and recreate these blinds? Because we could use some destroyed parts to try and make all this like squiffy and broken and whatnot. It's just with this pole and everything. Is there anything that's curvy and flat and slightly an angle? Don't know. We need something plasticky. We'll do metal blinds. So I want something at a funky angle. It's something as boring as the ramp chute. But then there's a slope plate 03. Let's try that. No, none of these are going to connect, will they? Do any of them connect? No, so that one doesn't. Then you've got the slope plate for OSC, but I'm not going to be able to go very far with that. It's a shame. None of them, like, they're not going to other UT. Okay, where's the We're going to have to use flat sheets. So we need a centered plate of some description. Centered plate of some description. So let's go into plate. Plate wedge 2. There's no destroyed end of plates, is there? There is. So there's that kind of thing. And then if we did this just with normal plates, then that would go like that. And it would look like the blind bit. Then is there a curvy plate or something to finish off the end to make it look slightly different? We could use corner beveled. We've got these ones here, corner rounds. We've got the half pillar. But we'd make them round like so. I don't know, it's kind of possible. We're just going to have to see. Problem is going to be putting these bars, but these bars don't have to lie flat against it. They could lie in front of it if above it was like blocks, like so. Even if there was like a plate on top of this. And something could hang from that. Maybe. Okay. Okay. So I don't want to build the whole damn thing and then not be able to make the extra bits that I want. Because we definitely want to get like the lines down here. Now, of course, if this wasn't like this, if this was rotated the other way, like so, so they were sticking out, like that, then even if they were even further out, like that, then there's a gap behind them. Probably not the best one, but let's try it. I could potentially use ropes. That's the lines. Or I could use those thin pillars or pipes. Let's get some of those. Let's go pillar. We'll get one of these centered. This one here. Come on. Paint that white. So that would end up being this slot here. Then we just quite simply have a larger bar. We can almost take something with a cap on it. Oh, we could do something crazy like this. No. Too crazy. Too crazy. Do, 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 do. I'm looking for something that's going to be the pole. So the pole could it be a 1/2 meter pillar? Is that too big? What about, what's the fattest one of these? This one here. Is there one of those to the side? There is not. We need something that is either in the corner. None of those. They're all centered. That's annoying as well. Why did they do that? What's this one? It's still 1/2. So it's going to have to be... Just picked 1/2 in a corner. Is that really 1/2 in a corner? It is. Corner. Like so. Hey, sweet Jesus. I'm still in the bathroom. I've just been... we've had a bit of a mess. So we've kind of put a vent in the ceiling, brought over a fan, put a few things in the cupboard, made a little book for 77, who was King Cola. He's got several different names. And he loves the good old Vault Boy stuff. So I made him a book. We've just been messing about with this and that. We tried making other lights, made a little piece of soap in there. Just messing now. Now I was just trying to work out, can I make like these kind of blinds so they would fit into this. I just thought it might be interesting to try and recreate these blinds, you know. I'm just chilling really and messing around, waiting for the 3 o'clock stream. I've ended up being sleeping. Well, I've done a lot today actually around the house, but I've also managed to get a good load of sleep in. So I'm just like, I thought I'd go to bed about 7 p.m. Because it's now like stupid o'clock over here in the UK. But I just thought I'd go to bed at 7 p.m. and just keep until like 11. Kids went to bed. And I thought, you know what? Get a bit of caffeine in me and just rock the whole night through. Why not? Why not? And then it might actually reset my sleep. So I'm just looking at how we're going to kind of make these things work. We've got these like kind of 3 different lines, and we've got a little kind of cable deal coming down here. So, but there's only certain of them that are aligned with the side. There is the potential to use like a square block instead. Like if we were to use like, not necessarily this one, but something that's a block on the side. I'm looking for a pole, 2-way corner. I'm looking for the standard pole. The pole at the edge. This one here. So we've also got the ability to kind of like maybe... Oops, daisy. Have... This one's almost not round, isn't it? This one's like a rectangle. And this is That's still it's the same cable as that. So instead of these, I think they're too excessive. There might be one that's a bit thicker than this. Anyway, how are you? Slept almost all day. About to hit the wasteland for some tier 6 infested. Nice. That's the way to do it, mate. Get in there. I'm looking for something a bit more chonk. Like this pole plate half. Let's go to advance. Pole plate chonk might be the deal I want here. Because that's more like this. It's probably a little end cap to do it. And then there's something or other we could put underneath here. I don't know. What we can... We could, we can simplify it. This just might be the deal. Something along those lines. Axel, you alright, mate? Vertical blinds have already made. I've already made the vertical blinds. So if we go to Jen's little room, I've already made the vertical blinds, and I think they look awesome. Look at this. We've got like little connectors and the whole deal. They look great, and they could be used in the bathroom. It's just, you know, can I make the others? That's basically what I'm trying to say, you know what I mean? Giving it a bit of a go. Well, how are you, Black Cell? You all right, mate? What are you up to tonight? All this evening for you. I just like the idea of using these and then using the broken bits to kind of simulate these broken ends. I think they look quite cool. I'm not going to get them to go wonky, but let's just try it anyway. Let's just try it. Let's copy that. Now, in the frame of a block, it's exactly 1 meter. So it's going to be, and it's going to be mounted on there, isn't it? So if I mount it on top, what width would that be? It would depend on putting this lot here. This lot would go here, and if I bring this in, like so, again, the only problem I have then is then the blind doesn't go all the way. But I don't think that's a problem, because that allows us to walk around here. Okay, so let's just try. Humour me? I do it here. Well, they could go over to the edge here. I don't know. Let me do that. Definitely balls this up, haven't I? I want this here, and I want it to go all the way to there. Fill that. Fill that for me. Right? Oh, get over there. So if we had a blind that looks like that, and I painted it white, with obviously fabric blinds, don't go into spray mode. Right? Now I'm going to start off by just simply copying and pasting this. We can always extend it if we want. But if I take those, yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Had a busy day to see my grandpa, hanging out with my folks, getting some house tasks done. Yeah, I've done loads of stuff in the kitchen and stuff. Campfire, like some drinks, maybe a cigar. That's just good to me, mate. Sounds exactly what we all need. Now the problem is if I do that, that don't work. That don't work. We would have to recreate this with a gap in between, like so. And then does it look naff? Could we take another one of those, lift it up one, and have them so they're offset like that? They're offset. The issue is the new 7 Days to Die, incredibly poor looking blending of graphics. I could make them slightly different colours. See, they look all right from there, but I just don't know. There's definitely gaps in these, isn't there? It's because they're at an angle. Yeah, you're not going to get half a gap. We need something that we can tessellate at an angle. I think I was doing it wrong before. I think we can use, like, if we get the wedge 60, and we get the wedge 60 kind of plate. I don't think we're going to get the rounded edge, but like, there's a wedge 60 incline. And we would run these along here like that. We need something that's at a better angle. There is a better one. There's a better one. I'm sure it's the wedge 60. It's probably staring me in the face. Wedge 60 tip. There's this one. Okay, let's just go plate. A plate wedge 60 tip. That's the other one. What's that look like? Yeah, that one's closer to the wall. And that would look like this. Yeah, we're not going to be able to chop this in half and shift it half a block. That's the problem. We can't do that. Not, well, I say no. I say no. I say no. But in the world of plates, there is the circular corner deal. Is there not? We've got that. We've got this one, you see. And this would go underneath here. This would go like that. You're onto something. You're onto something. Let's go back to plate. I don't want whole plate. I just want plate half. Plate half. Not plate half centered, plate half. And then we did something like this. Now, that to there, delete. Take this out as well. Delete. And then we'll take these two here. And put them here. Right? Okay. So now if we were to copy this bit, and move it across. Boom. Like so. Fixing the window as we go. Shooting another one out whilst fixing it. Pressing H because we just got fat fingers. Okay. So now we're in the world where we're half. Okay. What do you think? Let's lay them out. Let's lay them out. Because this is what you need. You need this gap. Right? They actually kind of look like blinds now, dare I say. Right? Actually got some blinds. Again, like in Jen's with the white one, I think we need to do something. I'm gonna paint this brown to match it for now. I might use different ground wood. Some other kind of ground wood. No. Something like I don't like the white wood. Okay. Because the problem is we've got to compete with that black bit. Because by using these ones, now if we use the ones that are not half blocks, then we have the ability to copy that here. Paint all sides, pick this colour, and then we get the broken bit on there. Can you face the really small pole block to replace the cordage? Yeah, that was what I was doing here. So I'm thinking for this pole, this is like a little mini rectangle. There's something at the end. So I'm thinking just a half deal. And then this pole here, you're absolutely right. This is what we need for the 1, 2, 3 along here. So we could just do that right now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one in the middle. One in the middle. Now that is not going to look like in the middle, is it? So we're going to have to do the one that is to the side. So we're looking for pillars, and we're looking for the one at the side Not the super thin one, but the one we need some kind of texture on there. Do you know what I mean? So if I go from down here to down here, and then I fill that up, like it's kind of like this. Do you know what I mean? Even just leaving it as a pole color, metal color looks pretty good. So if I was to go from here to here, and I was to paste the same thing in, no, undo that, do it from here to here, stick that in there. And then if I was to rotate this to that position and go from here to here, and that looks like some blinds. That looks like some blinds. Do you know what I mean? It's not perfect, but it's like we've done it in the sense of we've attempted to recreate this, which is a nice feeling. What we're going to do is we're going to take this one here, and we're going to imagine that we've got a pole to do. I think we should possibly take that and do it this side. If you have terrible depth perception, what's wrong? It's very visible. Unless you've got terrible depth perception. Well, you're welcome to have terrible depth perception. How far does this go down? It goes down to about there. Put that to there. So it's kind of got something there. We'll have to fiddle with it and stuff. Is there like an end piece that's slightly curved? Half. I don't know if there is like a little nodully bit that would do the job there. I feel like there should be. What's it called again? It's just a plate, isn't it? So if I search for plate, it's like there is that one, the half plate. We need a half plate, platey plate, half. Don't think we're going to get one. You've got this filler. Is that filler fill in the right place? It's just not deep enough. So I'm thinking just putting that in there, because then it can be painted a different colour and it slightly offsets it onto that. Okay. We need a white on this, but we need a different white. Doesn't look super great, that. It's almost worth doing these that white, doing the fabric. I think that might be a better combo. The old 7 Days to Die colours. Like, it kind of looks like the blends. There's a half round block you could use at the bottom. Yeah, but that's a half plate. So the half round is what we're using. You know what I mean? They still look like the blinds. I think it's the best colour combo. The half round is this one here. But unfortunately, this is a half block. So I don't have a half round and a half block. that's what I need. And I don't think there is one. The nearest you're going to get is the plate corner. And then we'd have to do this. Question is that's not even thick enough. That's the plate. Oh, that's just a half thingy, isn't it? It's not a plate, it's a it is simply, or is it? What did I use? Is that a pole plate? See, I could put that at the bottom, and then I could get like whatever it was. I could use a plate instead. It just doesn't feel like it's thick enough to me. And then I could do something like that. And then just have some kind of weird little thing. But I don't think I like the look of that. You know what I mean? I don't think I like the look of that. I think we're probably better off using that. Unless you know of the thing that I'm looking for. Even if I leave that as grey, it looks like the end of a whole thing. Do you know what I mean? A bit more destruction on it, etc., etc. There needs to be this wire with something on the end. Yeah, it looks all right, it'll do. We need to get some destroyed stuff in there, but basically, what could we use for this? Again, this looks like the same size cable as this. We could just use said pole, put another pole here, have it not as high, paint this one, but then we're not going to get we need to have it like almost sticking out, don't we? Which means if we use that pillar, we're going to have to use a pillar that is potentially out. We'll have to do something weird on the end. But if it was sticking out, that's way too far out. We'll have to do one that's in the middle. We'll have to get a pillar in the middle on the edge. Like this. So that's the only way we could then fit something on the bottom to look like it's done. True, we could use the double. The problem is I think the double's too far apart. We could go slightly thicker just to differentiate them. But yeah, we can obviously this is, as I say, this is the problem with the double again is if I put that in there, yeah, it looks like the thing that goes up and down. But I can't put something on the end easily and I can't find a double one of them either. I might as well do two singles that are offset next to each other. Like I was doing, but let's try. What if I did this? If I had this, like so. No, because if I did that and I did that, no. The only other way of doing it is to go back to what we did with gens and do the chain. I think that might be the best thing to do. We did these chains, and then we had these chains. I think we might do that. And then we got the trash bin. We turn that upside down. Like so. Although that looks, it looked good in the other place. Doesn't look here. No, it wasn't there. That was the button. What did we use in gens? I can't remember what we used. We used the trash bin for this button. We used this one, the domed can. Bathroom. Right. It is good. It is good. Boom. But do you know what I mean? You got that. Now we'll have to make it a bit longer. In fact, we could make it much longer. Don't do that. Don't want to do that. Thinking we should really dangle that all the way down here. Dingle, dangle. Like so. I think that looks good. I think this potentially needs to be longer. And then we need to work out how to attach everything correctly. But if this is the full size, that would actually go down to about here. We're going to have it up slightly, but we could extend it down a bit more. What if we were to take this, take that, take this, take that. What if we went all the way down to the bottom? I'll have to fix the dome cam in a minute. I think we might go down all the way down to the bottom. And then I do have the dome can still in my hand. Like so. And then we'll take that one. In fact, let's just take that. Like so. Stick some more destroyed stuff on there, and I think we've got it. I think we've got it. As long as we can deal with whatever's going to happen at the top here, because the top bit is going to have to, like, it's going to have to attach to it somehow. But these are, everything is attached except for this. So that means we can take that out. We can take all of these out for now. No. We take that out. We take that out. We take that out. And then we just, I don't know, simply add something, paint it white. Something a bit chunkier. It might be as simple as a half plate. Half cube. If I bung that on there, we can always put features, you know, rather than putting, I think that's better than putting a full one. And then I'm going to paint that. It's my paint options. Now we're going to have to fix that bit. In fact, that needs to be that color. I'll just fix that later on the outside. No one will see it anyway. Do you see what I mean? Like, but again, this could be a slightly different color just to make it look a bit better. We could get a concrete white on here. Oh, no, not a concrete white. We could get something a bit more chunkier. It's the same as the blinds, but it might work from a contrast point of view. We'll see. Well, technically, it should be, we could just use the silvering. You know, it's not the same, but it's the same but different. I don't know. What do you think? Too grey? It definitely looks like the blinds. And watching the destroyed effect. It's good. I don't know about that top bit. But if you're here, oh, this actually puts a whole other. Oh, that's interesting. That's going to give a whole other deal to getting around here. Oh, and that little circle bit allows you just to walk straight through. And that cuts your eye line. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, I like that. Might make you want to jump out more on the radiator. Oh, that's good. That's worked out really well. Yeah, it gives a bit of contrast. I don't think it's the right colour grey. I want something a bit lighter and less reflective. It could be a matter of doing something like this one here. So that's going to give it. Yeah, I think that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. It's a bit nasty. I could go for this. And actually, I think we've got to do more of that now. I think we've got to do more of the, like we have with the door, where I'll have to paint the insides now because of the coloration deals they've messed with. I think that's the way to do it. And it might not be that great, but do you know what I mean? Two-toning something. Yeah, 50. 50. I've done it again, haven't I? 2 nights in a row. Crazy, you're right. Looks like my cat made a peephole at the top of the blinds. No, I like that because it's done really well to this gap here. I think it's done really well. Okay, so that's our blinds. Why the hell have we missed one here? Let's just copy and do that. Let's do that. And let's do that. Okay, that's better. So now we just got more of this destroyed business. So, for example, we're going to do a short one. We'll try and copy it properly. So I'm going to do a short one. I'm going to take this one here. Just to be pedantic, I'm going to take this one here. And then I'm going to put that one like on the short side here. There. Right. I'm going to do the same one upside down on the next one down, but further across here. So right here. Oh, destroyed, can't be done. Because we've got half blocks, haven't we? Okay, we're going to destroy on certain blocks. So this one, we're going to destroy here. And I don't think we can turn this round, can we? No, we can't. Although there's going to be some other destroyed options. destroyed. What have we got? We're currently rocking. Why is it not highlighted? Don't tell me it's just called a plate. Plate side work. This one's broken. This one's only broken. I think we're just going to have to stick with this. I wish I could do more. Well, we might be able to. I don't know if this is a half one. Half, 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 full. Like so. Just to give the effect. I had to shock the pool. Why have you been urinating in your pool? Stop urinating in your pool. I don't think there's any half thingies. I think we might just stick with that. I'll go and fix this now. Because it could be too much. We're just trying to make an ode to it. Where people just go, oh, look, they made the blinds. Isn't that cool? Like so. You know, it looks like broken blinds. It's done the job. I'm quite chuffed with that. Now we can experiment. Let's first save that. You can experiment with some of the destroyed, but I think the destroyed, I don't know if they're slightly offset. Well, they do. They're slightly offset, aren't they? They don't butt up to a plate. So they're not actually that useful. There's the potential to have a wedge. Is that only going to go in one direction? I was to take this bottom one here. One. I was to take this bottom one here and bung this here. See, what does this look like? Is that worth doing? It's looking a bit knackered. It's better when it's painted. You know what? I might do it. No, my pump went out, and now the new one won't be in till the middle of end of next week. Enshrouded, I haven't played that. How does that building work? Do you know what? We're kind of there. Could we knock out, like, one here? I'm going to hit save. Just one there. Put something on it. Let's try using that one. What about that one there? Does that one fit on here? It does. Take one of these and try and change this one. Like that. Yes. 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 Yes, I like that. I think it's now got the right vibe. The right vibe. Feels good. I like that. I like that. All awesome. Well, it's definitely, you know, like, even if we go back to the slats, like this is now built for the office, you know? This is what it's all about. It's about trying to work out what we want. But I think blinds are fine in the kitchen, in the bathroom. I think that's good. I really like that look. Like it's blocky, it's silly, it's whatever. But it reminds the game, and that's what we're trying to do here. And it gives this kind of unique perspective here. I like, from a gameplay point of view, that you can't walk through, but you can crouch. I like the fact that this open circle here allows us to walk straight onto this rim here without a problem. I like the fact that it's going to make you crouch down or even utilize this part more because you're bad jump and you're in trouble. But you can even, you know, there's what a place to hide. This is all good. This is all good. We'll have to work out ways that people can kind of possibly get down. We could put a mattress in here. We put a mattress in there, and then people can jump down. Do you know what I mean? It's gonna go. Lion's going to the bathroom. Okay. Well, we go in the bathroom. The only thing I wish I could do, but I'm not going to be able to. I don't think I. Maybe I can. Would I be able to take this? Oh, too many fingers. Would I be able to take, let's just try it manually. Could I copy that block there? I think I can. I think this is going to be a good idea. Nope. Nope. Oh my God, why is this not? I think putting half of one there is going to really finish it off. I'll show you, and you can tell me off if you think my brain's melting properly. My brain is melting, so I'm looking at the wrong block as I'm trying to fill this in. There it is. No, I want my half. Copy the damn thing, you stupid. Okay, do like that. Do that. Copy the top half. Copy that half. There we go, bottom half. Here to here. Get the old paint sticky out. Paint surface all area. That is better. That is better. It now looks like it's being pulled down. Aesthetically more pleasing. It looks like it's coming out of something. It's got structure to it. Only thing that we could do to make it even better is to take this lot out. Excuse me, which she knows. streamer condition, and then stick in a block that has a trim on it, and then it looks like it's built in. I'm thinking like, there's your standard block with trim, cube trim edge, like so. Get this, and then get this. I'm going to be a pain, are you? Paint surface, okay. Just so it looks like it's coming out. So it looks like the block is actually part and parcel of the whole thing. The roll of toilet paper is actually really crappy, but there you go. Right, time-wise, we've got 5 minutes, and then it's going to be, well, it also takes 20 minutes for it to start streaming. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to Fubar Prime's Twitch, just have it up. He's not live yet. There's lots of people in chat. I just want to keep an eye on it, but I'm just going to keep building until he actually starts talking. Let's make sure we hit save. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? I think that kind of makes it look like it's... I know these things don't pull down. But if you look at the actual blind, there's actually a blind bit in it, and this is kind of almost partial. I think I'm going to allow that, just because your brain sees it better than having a big gap at the top. Where's me? Love the way the dome cam disappears at a certain distance. It's the only problem with the dome cam. It is great, but as an item, nope, it just disappears. It's gone. Shame there's not a dome can. A dome can. Yeah, there isn't. No matter, it's still the best. It's still the best. Ah, quick, jump in here. Crouch. Toilet jump. Into here. Bam. Boom, boom. Mattress. Ah. Mattress. I thought it was called a mattress. Bed. Not bed. The hell's it called? What's the old mattress is called? Oh my God, what is going on? Kitchen. On top of the microwave. Mattress with 2 T's. Is mattress really spelled with 2 T's? It is. I've been spelling it wrong. No. Click on the game. Press escape. Mattress. Yeah. Right. So if we got a mattress in said debris. Nice. Okay. So crouch, jump, repeat. Good one. Running jump. Whoa. You slip off that curvy bit. That's some parkour. Wow. Perfezione. Loving it, loving it, loving it. I'm loving it like that. What good stuff. Nothing yet. Last 2 minutes. Yeah. Right, good. Still, surprisingly a lot to do in here. Oops. Still got to fill up said cupboards, sort out books, boring bits, probably off stream. That's a good build. I'm enjoying that. We've got this up here. This is all good. I think we can call this pretty much, well, not complete, but complete when it comes to the build. I don't feel like I'm going to be building anything major. We might be able to kind of head towards doing the office or something like that. But I definitely think this needs paint checking, snagging. It needs all of the roots making. And then basically this one's going to be done as well. I like that. Question is just, do we get anyone to... We did this in here. And 50 was saying, if we go in here, is there a way of... I'm going to hit save and then we'll start shooting things. You know, there's no way of making this into a little visual area. It'd be fun if you could make a crack in the actual glass. Oops. That is my alarm for 3 o'clock. Or do we have it where you've almost got like a little viewpoint or like this, and you can climb down to the sink, and behind it, that might be the way to do it. Oops. That might be the way to do it. So there's something that kind of covers you. You kind of end up coming out here. And then you end up either shooting from up there. Oops. Now I'm just being very silly. And we're seeing some offsets based on... It's interesting. Based on which block. So that block... Whoa. Interesting. That looks stupid. But the only reason I'm doing it, so you could land on that. It's like a rubbish feature. It's a shame we can't embed these inside. Like inside the block. Like that. It's a way of what are these blocks? That's just a cube half. So why does that cube half? So if we got a wedge 60. I'm thinking of getting a half block with a little bit extra. And then, no, I'm just thinking crazy stuff, aren't I? What's the damage? Are we on yet? We are indeed. Right. I'm going to stop doing stupid things here because I think I'm just messing with the craziness. I don't know. There might be something in it. You could hide it inside. Do you know what I mean? If you could shove a mattress, like, so it just tips out, like if I could plonk, but then you're not going to fall into it. Ignore it. Right. Discard changes. All good. Thank you very much tonight. I'm not going to bother raiding anything like this. We've got the town hall started soon, so I'm going to get to the loo and sort everything out. We're just going to get it sorted. So yes, do head over. I'm not going to obviously raid him over there. That would just be damn silly and look silly. I'm just going to stick that in. That's where I'm going to head now because we've got the 2.0 town hall starting soon. We're going to hear about the latest that's happening in 7 Days to Die. So all good. Yeah, awesome. Cheers, Grace, for turning up. Thanks, Sweet Jesus. Who else is actually here? Always hiding Lilith. Nemesis, good stuff. Lovely to meet you, Karihi Gamer. BCL, of course, or BCA, sorry. Blackstone Agent. And anyone else who popped in at any point, thank you so much. Right now, though, I'm just going to say good night, and we are going to go straight over to this town hall. Although it is very likely it will take 20 minutes before they start talking, because they normally do. But it could be an interesting evening. I hope it is, because I've stayed up. Right, I'll see you later.